Welcome to Living Magically for the week of April 20th. And I just want to say welcome Taurus season, because as you know, I'm a Taurus. I'm actually a triple Earth. So I'm not always so good when there's 7 planets in Aries, although it was a really good transformation for me. I did feel that I needed some grounding, being, earth, because I'm Taurus, Virgo. So I think that's going to be true for all of us. I think no matter where you are in the scale, a little bit of grounding is going to be required this week. And there's a sweetness to this energy because we've had all the Aries. Fire, and it's a fire horse year, and it's a yang year, which means momentum, which is great. It means action, which is great. It's masculine, which is good. But sometimes we need a little feminine nurturing, grounding, and stabilization. And that's going to happen here. And in some ways, it's not overdone because we still have a lot of planets in Aries. You have a really nice, beautiful thing, which is that Venus is just for a few more days still in Taurus, which is its home sign. You have Mars, which is in Aries, which is its home side. So you have the god and goddess energy balanced in their home signs, just for a few more days. And then later in the week, and this is one to take note of, Uranus, a huge planet of change and transformation, is going to be leaving Taurus and moving into an air sign. It's going to be in Gemini. And that aspect of unusual changes is moving out of our structure of home and stability, our food sources, our money, and into air sign, which is going to be more technology. You're going to see a lot of AI, of course, and probably revolutionary technology, big changing things in that field. But this means that all the outer planets by the end of this week, by the next time I do a video, will have changed signs. And this will only happen once in our lifetime. So what we're seeing here is that opportunity for karma and an opportunity to rebalance itself. So if you're doing deep inner work, this is why. But it's also a really beautiful season. It is Taurus season, and Taurus season brings high growth in the northern hemisphere, and it also brings more of the inward creative side in the lower hemisphere. So as we move outward, we become planting of those seeds. It's Taurus, so we're gonna want to ground. We're gonna put those roots down. We're gonna literally plant this, actually more like water, and let grow and nurture what we've already planted. And it's a beautiful energy. There's no planets in retrograde until May 6th. And so that gives us at least 2 weeks here to stabilize, an opportunity to really find the creative life, find the beauty. Taurus season is gardens and beautifying your home, tendency to overeat because it is food, but it might be that you refine with the planets that are in Aries. You might refine your eating to be healthier. In fact, I was just having a conversation with a beloved long-term client of mine, and we talked about, instead of looking at something as discipline, maybe it's time to commit to devotion. If it's an opportunity for you to do something better for yourself, maybe that's committing to exercise, committing to a better food choice, committing to less abuse of some things like substances or sugar or whatever it is, whatever's a little bit harder to do, getting more work done. not procrastinating. Whatever that is, this is a perfect time to have those sacred moments of commitment and to stabilize a new pattern. I love stabilizing a new pattern when we have that new moon energy that's just passed and we're not to the full moon yet. So over this period of time, you can actually anchor in some good for you things. I don't even like to call them habits, but shifting patterns to be ones that are devotional, to ones that are more nurturing to you. Taurus is very nurturing. And so what is it that you need to do to be more kind to yourself, to reach out and be a little more loving to the people around you, and of course, be your own best friend? You know me, I'm always going to invite you to be your own best friend, your own lover, and your own wisdom, and to like yourself. Give yourself a pass. You don't need to be in punishment programs anymore. We are actually getting to celebrate an opportunity for this forward motion and this forward growth. And to really stabilize, I love the word stabilize right now, that which is going to continue to grow. It is a beautiful time for intention setting work. We together have the Living Magically group. We meet online 3 to 4 times a month. It is all by Zoom. It's always recorded, and it's a small investment. It's a beautiful way to continually work on your magic and your intention setting. So it's called Living Magically. If you're not aware of this membership, it is my key membership group, and we will be meeting on Beltane Eve on the last day of April to celebrate the beginning of May, to celebrate the full moon, to celebrate this high growth season, to be invested together. So it's $44 for the whole month, monthly, and you get these different opportunities to really see yourself continuing the intention setting, healing, growing, making an opportunity to really design your dream life. And of course, if you want to go deeper with me, I have a little bit of room for some Design Your Destiny coaching. So those are ways you can work with me as well. But right now, with everything getting so beautiful and so stabilized, I'm going to invite you to re-look at your goals and maybe even adjust them to who are you becoming and how do you eliminate the difference in between. And what do I mean by that? Right now, I think we are caught up in what is outside of us, and really the internal is how we make a shift in our life. When I say that, that means if you're saying, I'm going to be a writer, I'm going to write a book. Are you writing every day? What are the patterns of a writer? What do you have to shift? And that could be things you need to eliminate, distractions, procrastination, and what do you need to bring in? Maybe it's a certain time to write. Maybe it's the right reading glasses to be able to write. I had somebody who shifted their ability to get some work done just by changing their glasses. So what is it that would help you? What are the tools that you need to sustain the work you're doing right now? And also, I'm gonna invite you to say, are you in the right rooms? So recently I had an opportunity to visit a wellness center, and I realized I was in the wrong room. It was very much for athletes. And that doesn't mean that it wasn't the right room for the athletes. I realized as I was walking out of there that it was not the right room for me. I'm an older woman. I have my birthday this week. I'm turning 54, which I am feeling like I'm in the prime of my life. I'm actually quite happy with how I am, but I'm obviously wanting to do some things that would make me feel physically better. I'm on a journey to make this body a better temple. But this wasn't the place for me because the discipline that was required, the volume was above my skill level. Now, I consider myself very smart, very intelligent, but when it comes to exercise, I'm not that smart. But I do know what will injure me. And so I left and I felt right leaving. But what it reminded me was I actually have all the tools. I have a baby carrier for joy. And so I can walk. I own, one of the things they said would be really good for my lymphatic system was to get on the vibration plate. I already own a vibration plate. So what I realized was I need to be doing some stretching. I need to be at Qigong, which makes me feel so joyful and actually raises my energy. I don't need to be in a gym doing high impact movement that's hurting my knees. So are you in the right room? And do you already have the tools? And what do you need to eliminate? And so for me, it's eliminating distraction. So the baby carriage is out. So I have to walk past it every single day. And even Joy will get in it to remind me it's time to take a walk, Mama. And I have now put the vibration plate, instead of tucking it under a chair, I literally have it plugged in so that I can get on it every single day. So what is it you need to do to eliminate your distractions? That's easier than putting off something and being in procrastination. What becomes the devotion? And I'm not just talking about exercise. I'm talking about anything in your life that you want more of. Make it inevitable. Make it easy. And also eliminate doubt that it's for you. Be so sure of what the path is for the version of you you're becoming. You can actually ask yourself, what is it that version requires of me? And most of the time, we already know. And this is the season to put the implementation of action. And I really am still going to remind you, nurturing devotional action, steps toward your intention or your goal versus making it so hard that it actually feels more like punishment. We're not in punishment programs right now. We are in devotion. This body is a temple. Our homes are a temple. This earth is a temple. And when you feel out of control, if you're trying to judge something on the outside, do something on the inside or for you that will reaffirm something. And I loved the recognition of this word. I am notably an impatient person. I want it now. I want it right now. I want it yesterday. I want it 5 minutes from now. And so when I have to do something that's going to take a year or 2 years or 3 years, it has to become something that is just part of my patterning. And to do that, it is eliminating bad habits and creating a new pattern. That's devotion, not discipline. And that huge awareness is just something I wanted to share with you. I'm having a little renaissance. It happens every year around my birthday. So I might be sharing some of these words of wisdom this month because I just really feel inspired. So comment if there's an area you want me to talk about in particular, because I'm going to try and do some short videos over the next couple of weeks. So put in the comment section of this, like, follow, comment. Please tell me what it is you want me to talk about so I can get a little bit more in tune with your needs so I can bring you more information. But if you want to join us, please join Living Magically. That'll get you the most access to me in at least 3 times a month, and we will be on this journey together. But whatever you do this week, ground, center, nurture yourself, be devotional, and live magically. I love you.